Hi, Coach Andrea here. I'm going to be taking you through about a half hour, give or take, flow reformer workout. We are going to be focusing a lot on just the fluidity of movement, so that flow portion of the Pilates principles, which should really be weaved into all of the sessions, but just an extra focus here. And then also really focusing on the hips today. And then just this kind of like lat serratus core connection. So nice and well-rounded. Let's go ahead and get started. We're gonna be on a light spring, so a blue spring would work. We're gonna do Eve's lunge to start. So I'm gonna have you bring your right foot on the ground, left knee down. So this position is all about getting movement through the spine. So I'm gonna lunge through my right knee, and I'm gonna let my pelvis spill forward, and I'm gonna open the heart. And I'm gonna take a nice big in-breath. Now, as I exhale, I'm gonna pull the carriage in, make sure the hips stay square, straighten the right leg, but then I'm gonna tuck and bring my spine into a C position, and this is the abdominal engagement. Then as we inhale, we come into the extension. And then as we exhale, we come into the flexion, and I want you to focus on these deep lower abs. We're just gonna do 3. Good. Now move to the center. Your feet are going to go against the shoulder rest. We are going to push back with a long spine. So I want you to think almost like a puppy dog pose. In yoga, we're going to drop down through the chest. Get the sit bones up nice and high. If it feels good here, you can shift your weight off to one side and the other and just kind of explore for a bit. And then I want to get a little bit of rotation here. So we're going to bring the hands right next to each other in the center of the foot bar. We're going to take our right arm underneath our left, and we're going to grab underneath the railing, or you can even grab that foot bar, the lowest part of it. So play around with it, feels good. But we're working on trying to get that right shoulder rotated towards the ground, looking under the left arm. You're going to give a gentle little push through the left. Pull with the right, take a nice big in-breath into that right side. Where the twist is happening, and exhale, release. Take that right hand back to the foot bar. Make sure you keep stretched out, and then you're either gonna grab that foot bar or you're gonna grab underneath the railing, and again, play with it, and it doesn't have to be the same on each side. Look under that right arm, give me a little push, a little pull. Sit bones stay high, knees are in front of the hips. Breathe into that left side. And then as you exhale, return back, hands shoulder width. Bring the knees in front of the hips and slowly curl the spine in like a cat stretch, and then land right in a modified plank. So from here, pack the shoulders down, squeeze the armpits together so our lats are engaged. From here, we're gonna dig the toes like we're trying to almost lift the shoulder rest away, so you should feel a lot of hamstring here. From this position, so this is beautiful for hip alignment, we're gonna push away as far as we can. Inhale, exhale, pull, and keep that nice long line through the body. We have 4. Inhale and exhale. Good, inhale. Exhale, one more. Good, now from this position, you come all the way in with the shoulders over the wrists. I want you to push back maybe 2-3 inches. From here, we're gonna bend the elbows. We're gonna drop those elbows right into the side. We're gonna lower for 4 push-ups, trying to keep the carriage as still as you can. Inhale down, exhale up. Inhale down, exhale up. And I believe that's 4 right there. Pull the carriage all the way in, slide off to the other side, left foot on the ground, right knee. Eve's lunge, make sure that hip is rotated on the right side forward. A lot of times we'll kind of rotate back this way, so make sure you're square. Keep that nice squared hip. As you send the carriage back, extend the spine, open the heart, look up. So you're even stretching the front of the neck. And then tuck the tailbone, curl the spine, straightening the left leg as you come in. So that right knee is staying down the whole time, but it's that left leg that's lunging in and out. That's 2. Breathe into the extension and exhale into the flexion. Perfect. All right, moving right along, we're gonna grab a spring load to 2 heavy springs plus that light. So for me, I've got 2 reds and a blue. We are gonna get the hips warm really quick. So you're gonna lay down on your back. You are going to give yourself just the smidgest little space away from the shoulder rest. Heels on the foot bar, toes pulled up towards the ceiling, arms down. So first, we are gonna focus on that lat to core connection. So I want you to press the arms down so you feel your triceps engaged, squeeze the armpits together. Those are your lats pulling in. Then from there, drive the ribs down and lift the low belly up. This is a full shield. Even just pulling the lats in here gives it a little extra power. Take a nice big breath in under all this tension you created. And then exhale, start to tuck the tailbone, curl up onto the shoulder blades, driving those the knees over the toes, over the foot bar, so you really feel upper hamstrings, lower glutes. From here, shift all the weight into your left side as you pick up your right and hold. Good, then put that right foot down, all the weight to the right. Before you pick up the left and you're exhaling, you're engaging your core so you're not getting a little of this shifting side to side. When people move through this too fast, they get even the smidgest, slightest little hip drop, and then you're losing the effectiveness of marching and bridge. So the idea here is to challenge the weight shift. And another little tip is if you can't do this without keeping the hips aligned, you should not be doing jumping, you should not be running. That over time is what leads us to these repetitive injuries if we're not balanced through the hips. So important. Now, lifting that right leg up, we're gonna take and place both hands against the front of that knee. As we exhale, we're gonna pull the carriage into the stopper and push into the knee from the hands and the knee as hard as we can, back and forth for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then put that right down, shift all the way to the right, squeeze, brace, pull the carriage into the stopper, feel that hamstring press, and breathe in and out. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Put that left foot down, and then slowly unwind the spine back down to the mat. From here, we're gonna pick up our heels, bring the heels together, knees apart. Arms are gonna go behind the head, and the shoulders, you wanna give yourself a little bit of space away from the shoulder rest, and then we're gonna curl up through that upper portion. We're gonna kick those legs out, and we're gonna hold for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, invite the shakes, 3, 2, 1, inhale, come back in, lower down. Now we just move through 8. Exhale, fully lock out. I like to point the toes. As I come in, I like to pull the toes up towards the ceiling. So point the toes away as you move away from the body. Pull the toes in as you move back into the body. Here's 3, 4. You should be shaking as you do this. That's how much I want you pressing the heels together, squeezing the inner thighs, drawing the hips towards each other. 3 to go. 2. Last one. Good. And then heels go right onto that foot bar, back into that frog position. Slowly curl up to your bridge. Now, from here, we're going to press the carriage back as we exhale. As we inhale, we're going to lower down, bend the knees, and come in. Exhale, tuck the tailbone, scoop the abdominals as you roll up and push back. Inhale, lower down, come in. So this is a very flow-friendly movement because we're trying to make this very wave-like, and just like when we're in the flow of life and we're just moving through things and it feels really good, that's how this exercise is meant to feel. Feels really good. So it's a variation of semicircle. Now press back with the hips down, lift up. Use your exhale to pull in and roll down. So we just reverse the direction and the breath pattern. Inhale, back and up. Exhale, pull in and down. Back, up, down, in. We're gonna do 2 more. Last one. And then come all the way back down. Now from here, we will move the feet out and we're just gonna go into a 90-90 position, trying to drop that bottom knee or inside knee. Come back to the center. Other side. Let's do that one more time. It feels good on the hips, feels good on the back. Brings that mobility in that we're looking for. Feels really good. Good. All right, last thing on our back here, we are gonna start with that. Actually, let's go toes. We need to get into, I thought we would stay heels, but this feels better right now. We're gonna lift those heels up as high as we can, and then we're gonna just start to pedal the feet. We have some balance work that we are combining with some hip stuff today. So I really want to make sure that the ankles are moving and that the lower legs are stretched out. And then we're just going to stay here for that next exercise I was going to do on the toes. Give me 2 more on each side. So we're doing about, I think, 12 total. Good. Now, from here, you're going to kick your right foot up towards the ceiling. Making sure as you do this, you're not letting your pelvis shift. So put the right down, stay pulled into the spine. Left up, go back, right. Now, bend the left knee, come in, chop the right leg over the foot bar, lift it back up for 8, 7. I am trying to keep my left heel as high as I can. We'll call them high heel foot. 5, 6. I've got hands on the hip to make sure as I'm lifting and lowering, I'm not letting anything shift. Good. I'm going to put that right foot down, keeping the carriage stretched back, keep the core braced. As I lift the left, bend the left, right knee, come in, chop left down and over that foot bar. So let's talk about this leg that's lowering and lifting. Think about someone pulling on your ankle and you're reaching out of that hip. Reaching. 3 to go. 2, 1, and then put that foot down. 1 more set of your pedals. If you want to do doubles, you can. Just do 6 on each side. But trying not to let the pelvis shift. So when we let the pelvis rock side to side, even doing this, we're getting inappropriate range of motion through the joint. So if we stay really drawn in, that's the appropriate range we're getting through the joint. 1 more. And then bend the knees and come in. We're going to throw the legs over the foot bar. Knees can hug over the foot bar for a little more support. If you want more of a challenge, pick the legs up, hover them off. Reach the arms towards the ceiling. We're going to sweep the arms around as we tuck our chin to our chest, and we're going to roll ourselves up. Very good. Sweep off to the side. And then here's our first hip balance. So I'm going to go a little bit heavier spring, 1 red. If you want this to be easier, you're going to stay on just 1 blue. From here, we're going to grab our long strap. We're going to put that strap on the foot that's closest to the foot bar, which is going to be our left ankle. So from here, I'm going to step out so the springs pulls off of the stopper a little bit. Okay, so we're stretched out. So from here, right now, my weight is going to be centered kind of over this right side. I'm going to pick up my left and I'm going to step it out, center my weight into a squat, and then pick it back up and come to the right. So I'm trying to not waddle here. So we go from weight over the right here, core is on, to weight centered as I step the left out. So it may take you 2 or 3 to find the rhythm of this exercise. You've got 8 here, so here's 5. Inhale, come in. Exhale, step. Now make sure as you step into that squat that you're pausing, you're pulling up low belly, even if it's just for that 1 second, to make sure you're not letting your pelvis go forward and your ribs flare like this. That's our last one. Now, I'm going to turn, bring this right foot in front, left foot's behind. You can use your shoulder rest, so if you wanted to go back, use your shoulder rest for a little bit of support, you can. We're going to pick that left foot off of the ground, so we're balancing on the right. Now, pay attention to what's happening at your right foot. Use the inside edge of your foot just as much as the outside edge. From here, I'm going to drive my left knee up, and then I'm going to reach it back. So you can move the arms like so. That's 2. 3, you're going to get a lot of, so what I love is that hip flexion through the moving leg and all the stability through the standing leg, trying to keep the hips square. This is really hard standing core work. 3 to go. 3. Don't crunch those toes on the right. This is really hard. If you need to even do this without the strap, that's fine. Now we're going to pick up that strap. We're going to come onto the carriage. And actually, we're not using that same strap. We're gonna do the one in front. So from this position, you're fine to stay on the same spring you just were. We want our knees to move to the back, and we want our hands to be at the front. So first here, I want you to move through just like a cat-cow, so you can feel your flexion, and then you can feel the extension as you inhale. And then as you exhale, come back to the center, pull the ribs up towards the spine, low belly lifts. You're gonna reach across your body, grab the long strap with your left hand. From here, we're gonna start by just pulling from the elbow, and you're gonna grab long, you could also grab short, and then come right back, okay? No rotation through the spine. This is all shoulder blade work. Now, if you can, pull all the way across, and we'll do 2 like this. So you've got option 1 before this. This is option 2. Now for option 3, we add rotation. So I'm letting this left shoulder drop, and then I pull all the way across and rotate to the left. So inhale, rotate to the right. Exhale, rotate to the left. We're gonna finish with 4 here. So it'll be a total of 8. Started with the 2 in one version, 2 in the other, and then finishing with this final version. Good, nicely done. From here, we're gonna go ahead and face forward. And then we're gonna find, so whoops, my feet are going the wrong place. We're gonna find that modified plank again like we did at the very beginning. So you're gonna hold here, and then we're gonna press back to a position that's challenging for our shoulders and our core to hold. From here, we are not gonna let, and this is gonna warm us up for later too, we're not gonna let the shoulders move. We're gonna bring the knees in front of the hips, and then as we exhale, we're gonna press back. So inhale slow, exhale back a little quicker. So if it takes me 3 seconds or 4 seconds to come in, I should be half of the seconds back. So we're playing with tempo here a little bit. Inhale, slow. And that challenges that coordination through the shoulders. So again, this is all just hip hinging. Pulling up low belly, sewing together, 2 to go. Last one, now keep those hips low in that long, or I should say long, in line with the shoulders, and then just pull in from the shoulders. And then as we pull into the shoulders, we're gonna press down into the hands and lift the chest. And then we drop back to neutral. We press away, we're just gonna do 4 of these. A little up stretch. I like up stretch with, actually this is down stretch, sorry, with the knees down. It gives us a little more control, invites extension into the spine a little bit safer. Pull the shoulders into the spine, not up into the ears, and that should be your last one. End with a little bit of flexion here in child's pose, and then just maybe shift side to side. And then we're gonna move right into our hip work. So my back is gonna be 2, so you'll be able to see the alignment from the other way. We're gonna grab that long strap, we're gonna put it around the right foot. So you want it to be in front of the left leg, okay? From here, I'm gonna get set. Nice athletic stance, core's on, ribs down. I'm gonna pick up this left foot or right foot, so all of my weight is shifted onto the left side. I'm gonna step, and I'm gonna squat, my weight's centered, and then I come back in, that weight goes back over the left. So step, squat, pause, make sure that you're not arching or overarching. That's 3. Inhale, come back in. Exhale, step out. Inhale, come back in. Exhale, step out. It's challenging to get those feet exactly aligned. So take care, slow, controlled. So this is kind of combining like a power type movement into our flow workout. 2 to go. Inhale back in. Exhale, step. Then we're gonna sweep, face forward, bring that left foot in front. Again, you can use the foot bar, you can use the shoulder rest to help you get set. So we're gonna shift that right hip forward, left hip back, core's on, and then we're gonna begin by driving that right knee in and then reaching it back. So I want full extension, so my hips are getting a little unlined, full extension through that right side. Think about using the entire left foot. My toes are wanting to crunch up a bit, so I'm trying to promote that full toe spread here, which is really hard. We have 2 to go. And 8 is the suggestion. If you can give me 5 or 6 perfect and those last 2 or 3 may be sloppy, don't do it. Just go with quality over quantity. Now that strap goes down. We are going to be quadruped facing the other direction for our draw the sword. So from here, knees towards the back, I want you still to move through those cat-cows. So take a nice big breath in. As you exhale, round, find your flexion. And then as you inhale, find your extension, drop the chest, slide the shoulders back, and then pull right into neutral. Ribs up, low belly up. Pick up that long strap or short strap, and then we're gonna pull elbow to the side. As you do this, think about dragging your thumb into your armpit and plugging that belly button in even tighter. Now, without rotating, you're pulling across. So in some ways, this is harder because you're not getting the assistance of the spine and the rotation, the obliques to help. Now that was 4, so you can either stay with 1, 2, or we're gonna add the rotation and pull all the way across rotating. So that just pulls in more core, more coordination. That's 2. We've got 4 to go. Exhale on the exertion. Inhale to return with control. 2 more. Good. Last one. Woo. Nice burn through those shoulders. And that arm that's down on the ground. Okay, very good. Now from here, we're gonna face backwards. And I'm gonna have you add on a very light spring. So it could be another blue or a yellow. We just need a little bit more resistance, or you could go to just one red, stay there. We're gonna move into, and this is gonna prep us for a little bit on the box too, a V-sit. So first what I want you to do is hold those straps down by the rope. Heels are either going to be on the headrest or the railing. You're going to get your sit bones nice and close to the shoulder rest, and then squeeze the knees together, slowly lower back, and then stop neutral. So don't let your head go back like this. We can do that at the end. And then the head's forward, chin tucks to the chest. You're going to roll yourself back up again. Now, if this doesn't work with the knees bent for you, you can scoot your bottom back towards the back edge of the mat and have the legs straight. And this is our prep. So this is us getting prepared. Now, this time as we roll back, we're gonna lift our right leg, and then we're gonna roll up with that right leg lifted, exhaling. Quick inhale at the top. Exhale, roll back down, put the right down, lift the left, 2 times with the left up so we can feel it on both sides before we invite the double leg lift for a V-sit. And my arms are along for the ride. I'm not trying to pull and row. It's like a spotter. Now from here, let the upper body curl up all the way up the spine till you find your sit bones. And again, this is help with the springs. This is like a friend holding your wrist, helping pull you forward. And then lift up as you exhale, rolling. Find that point right between the sit bones and the sacrum. And we're gonna do one more. Exhale, rolling down. Good. Chin to chest, like you're holding a banana. This time as you roll up, can you reach the legs out to a 3rd position? Hold and try a fly. Just 4 maybe. 4, 3, 2, 1. And then set those feet back down to the headrest of the railing and return your straps back. That was tough. All right, these last few things are hard before we get to lay down. So I want that extra support on. So you're either gonna be on a blue and a yellow or 1 red. We are gonna stand up on the carriage just for a moment. Actually, it's more like elephant. So this is gonna prep us. We did some of that hinge work where our knees were down, we were pushing back from the hips. We're gonna do the same thing to get us ready for upstretch. So first, this is elephant, heels down, toes up, push back. This is some active recovery here. Make sure you're not rolling out to the outside edge of those toes. Think of the tripod of the foot. Don't let the heel lift, which mine did a little here. But I have the tendency, this is why I love elephant, because it's so foot focused too. You are gonna really try to press the base of the big toe down. Good. Now, from here, this is the position you're in, but normally you're going to move back against your shoulder rest so you have some support. Shoulders are behind the hands. From this position, I'm going to press back from my hips, and I'm in this long stretch position. As I exhale, pull forward, pause, shoulders over the wrist. The carriage does not move. It stays into the stopper as I press the hips back to high heel elephant. Exhale, press the hips down and pull in. Inhale, flow the hips and the shoulders up and back. And if you look, this is making almost like a wave-like motion. No beginning, no end, just flowing seamlessly through. And again, this is one of those ones that's very challenging for the core, for the upper body, but it feels good to get this flowing motion going. We've got 2 more. Quality over quantity here. If you can give me 3 great ones, don't need to push it to 8. Hold that plank at the end for 8, 7. Keep that upper back strong. Pull up low belly. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Set the knees down and rest. Now, for the next exercise on the box, it's going to be long box. We're going to be supine, so on our back. We are going to keep on that same spring load, so either one red or a blue and a yellow. Okay, so grab your box. Put it against the shoulder rest. Now, we are going to take our straps with us. And so there's all kinds of ways to get on here. Whoops, drop my strap. But this is the one way that I find, I'm not making it look easy, but the way that I find it easy, I'm going to pull this towards me. I'm going to slide on, and then I'm going to scooch forward. Okay, so you want to have your sit bones almost to the front edge. Okay, from here, feet can go to the foot bar, and you're going to slowly roll yourself back. So we already saw this movement one way, facing back to prep us for this, and we are going to be here now. So we're actually going to start with a backstroke. Okay, so hands are going to come to the crown of the head. Feet are up, knees are bent. First, we are going to press to the ceiling, sweep around, reach low, pause, and then bend the knees, pull the hands right into the back of the head. So it's reach, inhale. Exhale, open, finish that exhale, hold here. Inhale, bend and bend. Reach, exhale, open. I just changed the breath there. It works either way. Inhale, bend. Exhale, long exhale. And this preps us for teaser. So now from here, we're going to go that same way. We're going to inhale, exhale. So from this point, start to roll up, sweep the arms forward and hold. 3, 2, 1, bend the knees, bend the elbows, come back into this kind of salute position. Inhale, exhale. Finish that at the top. Reach, reach, reach. We're just going to do one more. These are really challenging. And if you can't get all the way up, it takes time. You can just stay with breath stroke. And I did that one a little sloppy there. Let's do one more because I was talking and not really concentrating too much. So this is the option that you could stay in if you cannot roll up today. Good. And then from there, we are going to drop those straps down. And then I like to just bring that carriage. It's not going to come all the way to the stopper, but I'm going to use my butt to kind of push it back. And then I'm just going to lean forward and promote a little bit back body breathing. So the belly is compressed. I'm going to take some nice deep breaths into the back of the body as the front's compressed. We packed a lot in here. So now we get to take it down. We are going to move to a red and a blue spring. Box is off. Just a quick little bit of work. And then we will lay down on our back. Okay. But oops, I forgot of straps. Don't forget your straps. And then once we lay down, we're going to get those feet in the straps and begin our cool down. Okay, we earned it. That was a lot of challenging stuff. Standing leg work, upper body. I mean, we packed it all in. which I love, that fast, deliberate movement, still flowing. It should feel really good. From here, you're gonna press the legs into a 90-90 position. So I like this for just a little bit of leg alignment here. You want knees, feet, and hips width. Obviously your hips are hip width. And then exhale, you're gonna press out. Inhale, reach the feet up towards the ceiling. Don't let the sacrum lift. And then bend the knees. And you have to push on the heels into the strap a little bit to keep that 90-90. Press out. Inhale, reach up. Bend the knees back to 90. Press the sacrum down. And then exhale, press out. We're going to do 2 more. One more. And then we're going to reverse. We're going to bend to come in, straighten, and pull down. So we want to inhale in with the knees at 90, up, keep the sacrum down, exhale, pull down. So bend, inhale, straighten, that's still an inhale, exhale, pull. So notice that this is circle-like motion, and it's just, I really like it for hip alignment, leg alignment. It'd be even better if we had a ball between the knees. But if you can maintain and have enough body awareness and control to keep that alignment without the ball, it's just a tool. From here, land at a 45, turn the heels out, sweep the legs around, back up. So we've already talked about the back of the hips, that sacrum staying heavy down on the mat. As the legs go around and up, people will want their tailbone to pop up. That is bringing you into that posterior tilt out of neutral. So we need to stay connected the entire spine. Reverse now, just 5. Exhale, pull in. Inhale, bring them up. Good, 3 more. Another nice challenge is here. Try to stay internally rotated a little bit throughout this. Feel the challenge in the front of those hips. Last one. Good. And then we're going to move right into our stretching. Right foot comes out. It's going to go to the foot bar as we kick the left leg up. There's a couple options from here. You can either keep the right leg like this. If you want a deeper stretch through your left, you can pull down on the rope, or you can drop your right foot to the ground, which also opens up through the front of this right hip. You're only doing this if you can keep this leg aligned, not letting the knee bend like this. So many people do this and then you're just like kind of stretching that tendon up by the sit bone. No, no bueno. Okay, take that leg out wide, keep the back of the hip down. Again, you can always have the right foot here to promote easier alignment through the hips. And then come across the midline, find that lateral hamstring, maybe your IT band, roll the ankle in, breathe deeply. Good, come back to the center, pull down a bit to get your right ankle above your left knee and find that figure 4. That's so yummy. You can use that right elbow to open the knee a bit. I like to support the left ankle with the hand. Again, tailbone down, so I don't want you here. For the general public, sacrum down. For some of us that really need that flexion, that can be good, but that's a whole nother topic. Good, we're gonna bring that strap around the right foot again. We're gonna take the left foot out. Left foot is going to start at the foot bar as we reach the right leg straight. Work on squeezing the quad to bring full length to that hamstring. If that is not available to you and your body's just like, I can't do it, just a little gentle press above the joint, not on the knee itself. And then you have your options. You can take that left foot to the ground if you need more. Good, now let that right leg open to the side without letting that left hip, and I've got my left strap across me. I'm not holding it with a death grip, creating more tension through the shoulders, just a gentle hold, then come across the bottom. And then if you are holding it with a death grip and you're like, oh, really cranking on it, that's your indication that you need that foot to come back to the foot bar. And then you can almost just let go. Good. All right, figure 4, right leg pulls down to that 45 to get that ankle above the knee easier. Find that good positioning. And then just breathe. So I was talking about this week in class a lot. Being around the full moon, it's time to release things. Tension in our bodies can certainly come from training sessions we've had, different movement patterns that we're doing, but a lot of times it's overlooked. I think there's more topic about it now, but it's actually emotional stress that gets trapped in our body, in our muscles, in our joints. And so, when we're in these positions where we can just hold and we're being supported by the mat, supported by the springs, it is a really great time to breathe into the body, feel the tension, release the tension. Saying things like letting it go, moving it through, out of my body, any little mantra that you can think of. Another nice position to do this in is happy baby, frog, both feet in the straps now. This last ending position, noticing, scanning the body for a few moments, just a quick scan. Are you holding that tension in your jaw, in your neck, in your upper back? As you exhale, sigh it out. Get out of my body, move it through, whatever it is. Now moving down the body, and you're doing this very quick. Very good. Now we'll take our feet out of the straps one at a time. And then let's just do a last little bit of rocking here. That's also a nice way to kind of shake it out. Last little bit. And then we're gonna throw the legs over the foot bar, one final dismount, breathing out, grabbing over that foot bar if you need support. Thank you so much for doing this with me. I hope you enjoyed it and you feel really good. We'll see you next time.